Hey everyone, welcome back. It is Wednesday, April 29th, and this is my 101th video. So yeah, wow, time flies. I've already made 100 videos as of yesterday, and yeah, you guys are now the last on my list. It's like 9:45. Just had dinner. As you do on a long sourcing day. But anyways, daily is working out, but I do feel like it is starting to get harder to come up with things to talk about. And I'm going to give you guys a month notice that I'm going to be taking off a week, first week of June, because my parents are going to be arriving and they want to take me on a journey to, I don't even know what it's called, but I'm basically going to take the whole week off that they're here. So I was debating about maybe pre-recording some videos and then scheduling it out, but I think I'm just gonna be gone for a week because I like that the videos are happening like at the same time my life is happening. If I'm recording on April 29th, which is today, the stuff I'm talking about happened April 28th or April 29th. So anyways, I kind of like that. This is kind of like, a vlog throughout my reselling journey as I'm developing it and the dog stuff and yada yada. So we'll break my streak then. But I'm still going to think on it. You'll still get me every day for a while, but I think I might push it back to maybe 2 or 3 times a week instead. It takes out 2 additional hours that I could just skip and be done earlier or go source for those 2 hours. Anyways, it's just something I'm thinking about. All right, so you are my last on my list today, so I figured I will make it count. One thing I kind of want to loosely talk about today is compounding. Yesterday I had therapy, and the main topic that I tried to talk through, but it was really just anxiety spiraling, I think, for most of the session, was just the fact that, I just don't know if I can see reselling through. Yes, I'm improving. It wasn't clear how long it would take to really have, reselling be my main source of income. I'm still relying on dog sales for, at least a half or a 2/3 of my income. What happened today was a small shift because I still listed my 8, but I sold 6. And I think that's the highest so far that I have sold in one day. And the items I was selling were more recent pickups. So it was a reflection of my quicker sell-throughs. And it was a reflection of the work I've been putting in to pick up these higher priced items. So I want to kind of just, midweek bring you through the list of what sold. Sorry in advance because I've actually already shipped 4 of them. So what happened was around 2-ish this afternoon, I was waiting for Ellie's mom to arrive. I decided to kill time by starting my listings for the day so I didn't have to do it this evening. And every time I listed something else would sell. So I was like, I guess I'll just list all 8 here and just let the sales come in and then I'll leave. And I think my brain also needed that because today has been just kind of dragging, I guess. We were at the stage this morning where I'm asking ChatGPT, should I nap, push through, drink water, stretch, or take a shower? I was in that level of I don't know where I should go. I wish I could show you the first one that I sold. It was epic. If I find another one in the wild, I will definitely make sure I save it to show you guys. It was this Toy Story backpack / purse situation, and it looked like a cowboy hat. It was all suede, so it was flat on one side and it had cow pattern straps and it had a little sheriff plastic. So I guess I wonder if maybe that was a Jessie backpack, so you guys can probably find it that way. But anyways, where the head would go in, that part zipped open and it was just maybe this big of a little pouch that you could use. It was adorable, so cute. I actually picked it up only 10 days ago and it sold for a total of $68. So great sell. I loved that thing. It was so adorable. It stuck out like a sore thumb. It was like in the middle of the purse section. And I was like, you're coming home with me. And now it's going home with somebody else. Okay. The second one I sold was a Jellycat. It was a kind of tall flamingo that I had for 52 days and it sold for $44. Third one, I showed the yellow Jellycat that I picked up 3 days ago. That one also sold today for a total of $85. So again, 3 days. Jellycat doesn't stop there. The fourth one I sold was a purple Jellycat, also a bashful bunny. And that sold for $67 and it took 25 days. Okay. The fifth one I sold, I was actually surprised. It's from a brand called Pillow Fort. They make like these weighted plush, which just like helps calm you. And they're in all sorts of different, they're like a beanbag texture, all different types of animals and sizes. Anyways, I sold a bear. It was brown and then it had like squiggles on it and buttons. So yeah, gingerbread in April. Toys don't have seasonality, which is what I really like about it. And apparently somebody liked a gingerbread bear Pillow Fort weighted plush. That took 22 days to sell and I made $43 from it. All right, last one, which I am going to show you because you guys know I love chicken nuggets, and I picked this guy up 9 days ago. Anybody want to guess what it is? 3, 2, 1. Ding, ding, ding. It is a Triceratops Dino Nugget from this company called Snackies. But Russ is like a popular manufacturer. So yeah, huge, plushy chicken nugget. That's probably going to be my thumbnail. 9 days, and I sold it for $60. So yeah, I'm just so excited to send this to somebody else who loves chicken nuggets as much as I do. I went ahead and pulled these numbers into AI, and I was like, let's see if I were to have this day every day, what my reselling career would look like. All right, so, and this was pretty exciting because I'm like, okay, this is what's missing. I've been selling 3 a day or 4 a day some months. It's been feeling like I'm on the edge of something really great. Selling double of the normal amount really had me see like, okay, once I get to 6, I'll be popping, man. Like, I'll be excited to keep going. Whereas right now I'm just like, can I hold on long enough and float myself long enough to get to the point where I'm selling 6 a day? So the total for these 6 sales was $367. My cost of goods is roughly around $4.17, I want to say. So rounding, my cost of goods for these 6 items would have been $25. Subtracting 25 from 367 means that my net for today would have been $342, which is roughly what I made in my last salaried position as a graphic designer for a tech company. Big win there. I've always thought like it would be great if I could match my salary, but it's like a tall order because it's a tech company, you know? Anyways, that was exciting to see. Now, out of the 6, what was my average sell-through? 20 days. Killing it. Then I was like, let's do part 2 of this because we're dreaming at this point. If I were to sell or profit $342 every day for 30 days, I would be on track to make $10,260 in 1 month. Or if I did that over 12 months, I'd be on track to make $123,120, which is definitely more than I made in my tech company. So I just got to keep going. That's what I've learned. And I'm really excited to see that my sell-through rate is improving. I mean, this is, when I see 20 days and my current average is 45, that's telling me that I'm learning, I'm picking better, I'm picking correctly. And this is like a direct reflection of the amount of studying I'm doing, because with my coach, I've been sending him for the last 4 months 2 brands that I've done like heavy research on every week. I've done 32 brands so far, and these are brands that I found in my area. So yeah, the knowledge, I'm doing it. And with that said, I'm just going to tease this because I don't know if I'll actually do it. One thing my coach approved me on was this idea to pull together all these brands, but make it a little bit more fancy than what I'm currently doing. Like a little bit more helpful for the average Joe who wants to join me in on the plush journey, is making some sort of portal. That's a very tech term, where I would have these guides on these different brands. For example, today I did a deep dive on Sanrio, which is a Japanese company that is most well known for creating and distributing Hello Kitty products. My deep dives are plush specific because that is what I've niched into for the most part. I basically look at like, what is Hello Kitty? What are they known for? What is the character? And I did have a fun fact I'll share with you guys. I learned Hello Kitty doesn't have a mouth, so that the owner can project their emotions onto Hello Kitty. And that's why she doesn't have a mouth, which I thought was incredibly interesting. My metric is over $40 ASP, so in these guides you will be getting the higher priced items. But Hello Kitty is so popular that I usually just do like one page of comps, which is Hello Kitty started at $1,000, and I think I ended up doing 2 pages, and my last one went to $170. I'm probably not going to find the $1,000 one at the thrift. I mean, I might, but the chances are very low. So I would ideally be wanting to like learn about and research maybe the ones that are like 40 to like 150. Yeah, but also I don't want to give it away for free because I did put in the work into it. I don't know what I would sell it for, but I'm thinking I'm going to put a price on each guide, or maybe I'll do like some sort of subscription service and I'll just like add to this portal. And then if you're subscribed, like you will get however many I upload. I don't really know. It's all up in the air. It also requires me to set aside time to do all of this and expand what I've already done. Like the guides are pretty basic, but I think it'll be more helpful if I kind of level them up a bit with things like keywords and what to look for, like maybe certain sizes do better. Creating this document would just be another way to help myself. You know, sometimes I learn more by teaching. I've had people reach out to me in the group now that I've been known as the plush person, and they've asked me for resources, and I've just redirected them back to group resources. But, you know, there is this YouTube channel. I do drop brands here and there. But if I had a resource portal, I could just send them there, be like, well, if you want to pay for it, here is the vault. Or if you just want to learn among me talking about other things like dog murals, like you can just listen for free on my YouTube. I feel like we've covered a lot, but that's just how my brain works sometimes. And let's thank the reseller gods for giving me a break and giving me some great sales that I can kind of refocus on what I'm doing and just commit to the process. All right, take care, everyone. Bye.